one defeat to his name. Sorry, two defeats to his name, one victory, I should say. So were he to lose this, he'd have it all to do tomorrow, but we know he's extricated himself from many a tricky position down the years. It's an interesting clash, this. Obviously, you've got the measured, all-round player, John Higgins, against Jack Lisowski, who's very, very attacking and very, very dangerous, as we've seen already today. He had a 1-4-2 earlier. Well, that was pretty attacking, though.
Yeah, John's played some pretty good stuff in patches. He's just missed a couple of easier shots when he's looked like he was going to go on and win. But he won't give up. He'll still believe he can go on and win this thing.
Well, that's exactly what you were saying, Peter. You know, he's plotted a good initial red, and then, you know, you'd expect him to get that one.
Yeah, it just looks like a lack of confidence to me.
Touching more.
I suppose it happens to everyone at some point. You just got to try and play your way through it. And that's the most negative safety shot Jack's ever played. Just rolling it into the reds.
These two played at the World Championship last year, the quarter-finals. Higgins won 13-12. So denied Lisowski's first appearance in the semi-finals there on the one-table setup. And Higgins actually said, because of course he lost 5 finals last season, some of them really close, but he actually said the real disappointment was the semi-final with Ronnie O'Sullivan, where he felt he just did not perform at all. One stage, banged his cue on the crucible floor. Of course, that was the last event of the season, so there was time in the summer to sort of dwell on it. But remember, John Higgins this season has not been past the last 16 of a ranking event, which for him, you know, is very unusual.
It's a tough call, isn't it? You know, it's such a fine line between success and failure. Do you try and alter some stuff to try and get yourself in that winner's circle and risk going backwards, or I suppose you've got to do, really, if you want to be a winner, you've got to find out why you're not winning.
Well,
does do far too much tinkering with cues and stuff, does John, I think, these days. Let's hope he can just find a cue, stick to it and give it a proper go. Because he's a fantastic player to watch. Does everything right when he's on song. His approach, his shot selection, everything, he's so good.
5.
And any young players out there watching, you wouldn't go far wrong watching John Higgins.
Six.
Yeah, he's a fine tactician of the game, but he's also a very heavy scorer. 2 years ago won the Players' Championship for the loss of only 4 frames, just destroying everybody. But of course those points have just come off, and that's why he's gone down to number 11 in the world, which is his lowest position for some time. And when I say some time, I'm talking really decades.
8.
Yeah, his pre-shot routine is so good as well, doesn't get flustered. Gets down to the shot the same every time.
9.
That's nice. Just playing into that area so he
60.
could drop this red in. Back for the black. He's landed so nice he can possibly take the red in the middle and the pink first to open up the whole area up.
$70.
Yeah, stayed down a little bit longer than he wanted to there. I think he thought he might have missed it.
$23. 24.
Yeah, the thing is, of course, John Higgins has nothing to prove with the record he has in the game, but equally, he doesn't want to just make up the numbers. He still feels that he should be competing at the very top level, and you know, he was in those 5 finals last season. Of course, he did win this event,
30.
got him in the Champion of Champions, but there were some near misses that really disappointed him. And also, he's always had this sort of 3-way rivalry with Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Williams, his great contemporaries. He's seen Ronnie win the World Championship again. He's seen Mark Williams in the Masters final. These are the occasions he wants to be part of still.
$39.
Yeah, and there's no reason why not.
$40. $47.
Well, he missed that red earlier in the frame, but got a second chance. This has been good stuff since then.
48.
Looking to end the day on a high. If he can win this match, 2 points, probably would need 1 more to qualify for the playoffs. 2 to be guaranteed, 1 might be enough. Tomorrow he's got Judd Trump and Zhao Guodong to play.
55.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few players on 3 points though, going into the final matches. I think it's going to be very
56.
close. I've got a feeling someone might even miss out on 3 points.
Yeah, there's every chance because no one's dominating the group. Anyway, this black to lead by 69 with 67 on. So it looks like 1-0 Higgins.
63. $64.
64.
71.
So far today we've had 7 centuries. John Higgins has made 2 of them.
72.
Yeah, gonna need a good shot if he's to make a third. Those 2 reds. And the side cushion need disturbing somehow.
79. 80.
Yeah, that's the perfect angle. Just give him a little nudge.
$86. 87.
Yeah, he's not going to give up this title without a fight, that's for certain.
No, he's been very good, and I like the way he's just got on with it as well. Probably an area of his game he doesn't get enough credit for, the scoring. You know, people talk about him for his
94.
master of tactics and all the rest of it, safety play, and that's all true, but he's second on the all-time list of centuries behind Ronnie O'Sullivan. And if he makes one here, 924, it's plenty, isn't it?
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well,
95.
he just needs this black to make another one, and as I say, can forget about the earlier miss. Didn't really matter in the scheme of things. The Wizard of Wishaw with another terrific century break. The cue ball has run on, but he couldn't threaten Lisowski's high break, and he can't be bothered to continue either. 102, short and sweet. John Higgins leads 1-0. It's his 3rd century of the day. Leads Jack Lisowski 1-0. Jack stays on to play Judd Trump in
the second break.
What should be a very entertaining last match of the day here. It's 1 each. Well, in fact, it's 2-1 now. Kyron Wilson over Stuart Bingham. Kyron looks like he's going to make a century himself on table 2. And then the last match there will be Neil Robertson against Zhao Gudong. We expected a high standard, of course. It is the winners group anyway, but the fact is the lineup is star names wherever you care to look. Winners of big titles, including the World Championship. 4 world champions out of the 7 players. Kyron Wilson's break 112 on table 2 to lead Stuart Bingham 2-1.
That's one of the aspects Jack has got to sharpen up on. That's a routine safety shot for a player of Jack's quality, you know, and to not find the ball cushion. It's not good enough, I'm afraid. See the disappointment in Higgins' face. He knows he can't afford to leave these players on the balk line. 9 times out of 10 they're going to pot something. Now, can he pot one and get on the colour? I expect him to knock this in. But will he get on the colour?
What?
Yeah, the pot was almost a given. And he'll take that kiss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. You can't leave these players, any of these 7 players that are playing today, their hand on the table in balk. You expect to be punished.
Well, he made a lovely 1-4-2 in an earlier
6.
match. That's the target for the £1,000 high break prize in this group.
Has Jack had a professional maximum?
Yeah, he made one in the UK Championship a decade ago.
7.
Yeah,
Lisowski
that
son.
there, to me, is a classic example of why Jack hasn't won a trophy yet. That his previous red was so basic that he didn't really concentrate hard enough on it. He let the white run away slightly and then left his bridge super awkward in between the other balls for no reason whatsoever, and then missed the black. And the black wasn't even the problem, the previous red was the problem. Look where his hand is now. Really awkward in between those. No reason for it to be there. I mean, he's such a good potter, you still expect him to make those shots, but just make the game so much easier for yourself by paying a little bit more attention to detail.
Six.
You know, you can't. The game's hard enough, you can't afford to gift chances to your opponent.
Yeah, especially when your opponent is John Higgins, who's just made a century.
7.
Yeah, I'd be really interested, David, to get Ebden's view. Is he still working with Ebden?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what sort of the stuff they work on together, and what Peter thinks is the reason Jack's not winning anything. Not that he's not doing well, I'm not saying he's doing badly, but you know, this game's all about silverware, isn't it? The money and everything takes care of itself.
12.
It's all about trying to win trophies and win as many trophies as you possibly can.
Well, whenever we see Ebden at a tournament in the crowd, he's writing copious notes on his notepad. So he's writing something down. He hasn't shared them, no reason to with anyone else, but he's clearly monitoring what's going on pretty closely.
$20.
Such a nice lad as well, Jack Lisowski. Like I sometimes get the impression that he's too nice for his own good. So sort of carefree, but just too nice.
21.
Well, the key, I mean, a lot of the players are nice guys, but the key is to leave that in the players' room. And when you get out there, it's got to be, you know, all about trying to get the W.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, John Higgins, you know, he's a lovely bloke, but when he gets out there, it's all business, quite rightly.
28.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Phil. David, that's a great point. He doesn't have to change as a person, but he's got to just get ruthless when he's out there in the arena. Now, has he got an angle on this black, John? It's done the angle out. Yeah, it's come a little bit awkward.
36.
This is a bit missable. Yeah, struck it well though, struck it
37.
nicely. Played one of those in the last frame against Neil Robertson in the last match, should I say, and probably would have won him the match, but missed it down that same cushion. This black isn't easy neither, digging down.
He just got that look in his eye, though, John Higgins, which you've seen many times before. When he's on top, you know, there's no relenting. Seen Lisowski make a couple of errors. He's determined to put right what happened against Robertson, get his second point of the day here. Because he started off, he lost the first 5 frames he played today, so things were looking pretty bleak. Lost 3-0 to Kyron Wilson, was 2-0 down to Stuart Bingham, but of course turned that round to get the win.
45.
Yeah, and all these great champions like John Higgins, they sense moments, don't they? They sense a slight bit of weakness, and they know how important it is to punish your opponent, to leave him sat in his seat dwelling on that mistake he's just made. Now, is it going to get up there?
50.
He's getting down pretty quickly. That's always a sign that he's nicely on it. Oh, it turns out it wasn't. He's hit the wrong ball first.
John Higgins 50.
And he's been very fortunate. He's just caught the other red first. Now, does the red pass the black? If it does, it's a chance.
What?
Yeah, and it definitely does. Wow, what a lifeline.
Yeah, and this is the sort of situation hundreds of times we've seen John Higgins clear up from, sort of 40, 50 behind. Can Lisowski give him a taste of his own medicine?
Yeah, he's got to try and somehow move that red away from the pink whilst he's still got other reds as options, I think. It's a free shot to move it, then it can't go wrong.
Eight.
Again now, just got to mind his work.
No.
No, yeah, this is the perfect opportunity. Just a little delicate cannon on that red and pink, just to open the game up. Yeah, perfect. Now just one slightly awkward red. I think we're away
60.
from one each. Again, he might be best trying to
17.
move this red off the cushion. Now, knowing he's got the red over the left-hand corner pocket anyway, if he's got the angle on the pink. Yeah, there you go. And that should be 1-all.
Yeah, now
23.
it's about really focusing. He's done the hard work, you feel. He's got everything into play, developed them. So now, just give every shot 100%, put the frame away.
Yeah, now, so Jack, I think he's got to find some sort of routine where he can concentrate on giving it 100% without giving it 100, without making a meal of it, let's say, and without thinking you're giving it 100%. Don't do anything silly, but still keep that natural rhythm that he's got.
That was the shot that let him in. Looked at first like Higgins might have got away with it, but did leave a red to right
23.
corner.
24. $31. 32.
Yeah, probably pop this and go down the table. Make the clearance easier. Any colour, blue, yellow, green.
38.
Just get yourself in closer order.
39.
Yeah, perfect.
Karen Wilson has won 3-1 against Stuart Bingham.
40.
So Karen Wilson has won both versions of the Championship League, the ranking and invitational. Looking good already. That's his second win today.
46. $49.
Yeah, he's watching on. He's done this to so many himself, of course.
53.
Yeah, let's go back to that last green though there, Dave. I mean, he plays the green. All he's got to do is make sure he finishes slightly low on the brown, and the clearance is an absolute formality.
58.
And he leaves it awkward. And yeah, he still pots them, but they're the sort of chances that can soon go awry, especially under pressure, when you want something so badly. And it was just...
64.
He just needed a little bit more care and attention.
Well, he's made the clearance 64. Jack Lisowski levels up at 1 each.